Hey there guys, welcome back to Snowrunner. I'm MJ Haggis and we're going to continue with a contract. It's the Railway Blues and we have the necessary equipment hopefully to get this delivered. It's the 5 slot for the 5 slot rail section. Yeah, should be okay. I'm optimistic with this one. I did do this one in the PTS, so I kind of got an inkling of what we're doing. Anyway, I'll show you in the map if I can get the camera to sit where I wanted to and not in a building. So we are here in the bottom left corner again with the crossroads. We pick up the rail section and we have got to go all the way through to the Heartlands, and once we're in the Heartlands we're going to be coming through this gateway, and this is the one I haven't actually got around to opening up, or reaching I should say. So coming through here we'll do that automatically, and then we've got to drive pretty much straight across. I don't recall there being anything in the way that's going to cause a problem. There may well be. That's part of the game. It'll be fun to try and see if it's changed or not. No problem. And the actual contract says, from Railway Blues, so it says the railroad here is all but abandoned. We've already taken a look at the damage there, and realistically, only a single rail segment needs to be completely replaced. Now getting there is another matter entirely. Well, that's our job. So, that's what we're going to do. Back in here. What I also did do, I did get the TUZ 166 back to the garage. Where's my garage? There it is. And that's the TUZ 1 back there. I stuck them back in the garage and had a look, see what was missing from the configuration as to when you find them. And there's a few things you can still do to him. And I did. So he'll be coming back out to do a little bit more scouting and stuff, but I'll show you him later. Later in this episode is anybody's guess. Let's just see how we got on with this guy. Right, let's load it up. Rail section, yes, straight to the trailer. Thank you. Well, that was easy. That was too easy. Now we've got to get to the gateway. The other thing I did do, I said I would at least try it, as I've gone to the trailer store and pulled out a large semi-fuel trailer and I've parked it outside the trailer store, so that is something we can just leave there for quick refueling as we're going past. Now what I haven't done is set any waypoints for getting to the gateway into the Heartlands, so maybe just while we've got a few seconds, let's quickly do that. Let's put the engine off. So yeah, there's the trailer store and there's the off-road fuel carrier semi-trailer. Are we going to go past that and follow the road all the way past, pick up some more fuel on the way and then through? Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I don't see any point in trying to fight our way along these muddy tracks. It could end up tipping us over. There's no major shortcuts worth the while. So I'll just follow the road. If it's pretty quiet and boring, you may end up seeing this do a jump cut to the Heartlands, just to save a bit more time. But I'll try and keep you with me because it is a let's play and that's what we're doing. So let's drive. I couldn't think of anything else we could probably take through dragging wise, just with the winch onto the back of this, since the route seems to be fairly straightforwards. Whoop. Yeah, following this asphalt road is not a major trouble. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be saying that out loud. That trailer was determined to try and overtake me. Okay, and that's us full speed. Downside of the Snowrunner gearbox. Let's get some air though. Yeah. Maybe for these kind of jobs, if you were that way inclined, you could go and stick in the highway gearbox. Maybe even put some highway tyres on. So there's the trailer that I brought out. I'm not going to stop at that because, well, we are passing the gas station. No point. Leave that guy topped up. 7,500 litres with that one. I'm going left, aren't I? But I need to check the map again. Yeah, it's left. Oh no, it's not left. It is right and out. That eject. Sign gonna survive? Yes. The Kodiak's still sat there with his fuel, but I think he's in a good place for any farming things, because those farming tractors drink the fuel. Especially the one that we've got so far with that current engine and gearbox. The farming side is something I want to get back to soon, and which is quite handy because the contract experimental farm or samples, which we'll be doing hopefully quite soon, allows us to create potato samples. It's in a different map, so I need to get the old K700 through into the other map, but because there's duplicates of each of the farming trailers, we could maybe have a set at each of the fields that you work. That's what I'm thinking, so I can drag the spare ones from this map through and get started on that that contract. But there is a contract to be done beforehand, so again they're kind of locked behind other contracts. Nothing interesting there. Nope. Nope. Corner here though. Whoa. Okay, that could have ended in disaster, but out you get. Focus on the road. Which is hard to do when you've got such beautiful scenery about to look at. Petrol, yes. Or gas or fuel. Let's take the wide way in and make it easy on ourselves. Fuel station. Didn't need much. Off we go. Yeah, I can't remember it. There's it's like a scout mission to go and visit certain places on another map, which we've done before as well. It was quite interesting, so we've got to do that too. Lots to do. So much to do. Where's this gateway? Now, as I recall from doing this mission before, I'm still looking at that trailer just sliding around like it's on ice. Anyway, as I was going to say there, having the crane handy on board makes this task a lot easier, because otherwise you'd probably need to bring a dedicated crane. So we'll soon find out how that goes. Okay, fire up, and right, I'm going to open up the map because this is the first time we've come through this gateway. Yeah, we have not been through there. Definitely not. So we're going to head to there and then ultimately down there somehow. So it's quite handy that we've come through that. Save me. I was initially just going to bring out a scout vehicle and just drive down just to open it up, but not necessary. Go on, take it. Sometimes leaving them in automatic's not the best choice. Oh yeah. I'm going to go round that. Roadworks, yeah. It's like the UK. All the boards and cones go up, but you never see anybody working on it. Okay, just over half a kilometre to go, but I believe there's a road we can take for some of it. Is it here? Yes. Come on, keep going. Another task to activate, maybe get that on the way back. I might do it off camera. Just to keep things ticking along. Come on. Southern something or other. Come on. Might have to leave it in high ratio just to get through this. There may be an absolute easy route if you were straight lining it from the gateway, like a shortcut kind of thing that takes a little bit of maybe insider knowledge to know that there is a route. I don't know if anybody's crossed those hills yet trying to do it, but I've not. So that's why we're going this way. Now, as I recall from the last time, I did actually do a wee shortcut at the top of this hill, I think it was, to drop off this rail, and that worked. Might not work this time. Yeah, I cut left at this little section. I'd imagine that's what most people will do. You just got to watch out for the tree stumps. Okay, that's good. That's good. Nice swing of left here. Up. Okay, excellent. So that is still a good shortcut. And I'm going to reverse the trailer back along that track. And try and get this dropped off in that box. It was actually quite hard to get the track to drop where I wanted it, I think. Maybe going to do it like that and give me some room to play with. I need to unpack it. I'm amazed I remembered that. Detach the trailer. Because unfortunately, if I press C, it wouldn't appear. Even if it was packed, it wouldn't appear there. You've got to drop it off by crane. All I want to do is kind of lift it out of there and swing it around in there somewhere. Right, can you lift it? Oh yes you can, no problems at all. I can't remember if this crane is the modded stronger crane than the vanilla one. Oh, that's just worked out really well. If I can just put it in the box a little bit better. And it's lined up for the engineers to get welded in there. Oop. It was heavy. Right, let's see if I can get rid of it now. Restore the crane. Management. Unavailable. Excellent. I don't think I'm going to get jettisoned anywhere if that's just going to get rid of these little buffer stop things. Yes. Railway Blues. Well done. Now we can finally be part of the global cargo network. Show rewards. So I don't remember. Has anybody figured out what are the two warehouses you get from that and access to a location? I wish it would tell you where that is. We'll accept it anyway. Has it appeared on the map? Any buildings? See, I don't see anything new there under buildings. Got the village gas station is way up there. We've already been there. 2 gateways, a garage. Well, been there too. 3 gateways. Yeah, and this one's the one that's highlighted because that's the next task again. Okay, so I must be back in the crossroads where you get those access to locations. I can only imagine. So, next job. I think I'll bring the Tega back again through to the crossroads. Just because of the trailer as well. Oh, there's that. You see it, my mouse? The K7M. Oh, we need to get the task, the contract that gets that guy. Again, I think it's locked behind a couple of other contracts before you even get to this guy. I think it's, in fact, I'm going to show you. Experimental field. That's the one that'll get you a warehouse access, but more importantly, it gets you the potato samples. And then, but you've got to do risky endeavour beforehand. Risky endeavour is a way down here, and you've got to do lost tech before you get to that. But that gives you truck repairs and refueling somewhere in the institute, which is nice. And the one, I'm just looking for the one that gets you the actual truck. I'm not sure. It might not even appear. It might just be a task, but the task appears after you've done experimental field. Right next, it might appear right next to the truck. Or the tractor. That's likely to be the case, since I don't see anything that gives you that as a reward. Okay. Engine off. While I consider the options. Yeah, I think I'll get this guy back to the crossroads and we'll move on to the next logical task. Or something fun. I'll figure it out en route, but you'll see me again just in a couple of seconds. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, guys. As you can see, I'm in the Land Rover Defender. This is a mod truck. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, this is a mod. He's loaded up with extras and stuff. Awesome truck. Highly recommend it if you're into using a few mods. He is linked in the description below, along with a whole bunch of others that I highly enjoy using. Now, in front of me is the TUZ166. This is how he is after I have slightly upgraded him. Got a roof rack, so spare tyres. I think it's fuel as well. Even bigger tyres on, I think they're 53s or something huge. But anyway, they are bigger than they came with the mud tyres. Higher suspension, and I've changed the paint. And he's got a rear tyre, a spare tyre as well. So loads of tyres on him. I was going to use him for this next contract, but I want to do a little bit more than just visit the 4 locations we have to do with Lost Tech contract. There's the Dawn 71 that needs a bit of TLC. There's the Azov that needs fuel. And there's a couple of other things that need a little bit of looking after in other maps. So I'm just going to use this guy. Because we've done this Lost Tech contract before in the PTS, there's probably nothing new going to come from it, so I don't mind using the mod for that side of things. Now, I am back in the garage of the Crossroads, as you can see, and I am going to head up to this gateway here, into the Institute. That's where we're heading for. Once I'm through in the Institute, I'll bring you back, and we'll continue the drive up to initially the administration wing. So I'll see you in the Institute. Okay, I'm in the Institute. Welcome to the Institute. I don't know why it's called that, to be honest. Sounds very strange for a map. We've been in there. I'll show you the map actually. I set some waypoints, but just before we go any further, I'm basically going to drive straight up the road, and this is where we're going for the first one. Once we reach that one, If it's similar to the PTS, then what it is it'll release or unlock the other 3, and then you can do them in whatever order that you choose. So that's what we're going to do. We could have probably gone that way and opened up a little bit more of the map, but we'll do that in another time. I just kind of want to get this done and dusted. Okay, this is not a nice area to break down for a tractor. Oh, it's not even a landslip. Oh, picking up frustrating random bits of damage. I don't want to have too much damage. Yeah, I don't want to have too much damage because I want to use the repair parts for the other vehicles that are dotted around the maps as much as possible. There's 2 metal beams lying on the ground in there. Just spotted them. Continue our fairly merry way along this road. We'll crash in there. I've only got one broken bridge to cross as I can remember. This doesn't count. This is a perfectly good fix. This is not quite so good. I'm going to go around. Oh. Those sort of boards can do some serious damage if you kind of don't get them right. I'd rather just go through the slow mud than get it wrong and do damage. Okay, we're close. Yeah, broken bridge. Emergency stop. We need to go off this way. Now, we've done this before in the Pike, and he did okay with a standard snorkel, so I'm not concerned. Go on, okay. All-wheel drive on. Yeah. No problem for the Defender. You really only need to put the all-wheel drive and diff lock on in really bad stuff. Otherwise it just trundles along beautifully. Yeah, that's right. We came in here to try and get around the back there before, and I failed with the Azov. It was just too big. But that's where we need to get to. Okay, round we go. Hopefully we'll see our abandoned service trailer still at the back of this area. Was tucked in this corner. Ooh. Could be seeing it any second now. There he is, in the trees where I left him. Could probably use him to fix this Defender. And this is why we needed a smaller vehicle to get through here. Probably why it recommends a Scout for this. And another tractor accessory. Ooh, yeah. You don't get to keep that one. That must be part of a task or contract because we got nothing for it. Stage complete. Okay, let's move forwards and see what that task there is. Right, what are you all about? Priority mail. Found this container here while digging through our stuff. Locked, shut, looks heavy, and hasn't rusted through just yet. Get it to the warehouse. Would like to have a look inside. Yeah, I'm sure you would. So would I. Not doing it just yet, but I will accept it that it's just appeared. Yeah, and I came through, if you remember, if you've seen it, I ended up barging through that bit of wood there. You can break through that. That would be a good shortcut. It's not easy with all the trees in the background, but that might be the way to get this guy back out. There's no alternatives. But because I'm small, and this little bitsy defender, we can go back out the way we came. You could obviously go back out this way in the tractor dragging that is that a harvester? Oh, a planter? Can't remember. Not a planter, no. A harvester. Oh, they fixed the gates. That was good of them. Is it worth pulling that back inside? It probably is, to be honest. And I'm going to do it. You know me, I like to get distracted. Coming through. Now the question is, do we pull it all the way through or do we go around? We'll go through. Reel them in. Like a forwards gear. The best thing to do is try and turn them round. I'll do it. I'll use the winch again just to get him out. So come with me. And we'll just go to this side. Hopefully not cause too much damage. There we go. And that'll be easy for whatever task it's there for. I can't unfortunately use it to repair though. I need to be properly connected. It's a shame. Anyway, we need to continue our way to visit the other 3 sites. So let's put the engine off, save the fuel, and look at the map. What's the best option? I would like to go back over here. 1, there's a loaf that needs a little bit of attention, and 2 is the Dawn 71 that's completely broken, but we need to get down to the technical station anyway. So we kind of do a loop round over the top, back down and see that one, and then from there we could try crossing here into the Institute warehouse and finish up coming across here up at the Academy town. That would do, and then it's probably quite easy to come backtracking ourselves to go through this gateway back to the crossroads if that's what we're doing. So that's what we'll do. That seems quite logical even for me. We've not used an awful lot of fuel, so we're doing good. Maybe before I call it an episode, because I don't think I'll manage to do all of that in this episode, guys. So you'll need to come back for the second half. Okay, let's try and go for automatic. There we go. If I can get to the dawn in this episode, which is going to be slightly longer than the average episode, then so be it. I'm sure you don't mind. Nobody's complained about slightly longer episodes so far. Please don't start now. I'll be as quick as I can. Up the corner here. Okay, round that tree. We're already at the loaf. Hello, you okay? Yeah, you've seen better days. What did you need? We nicked the fuel out of you, didn't we? With the handbrake on, I'm rolling away. Refuel. We'll go from the large supplies to the loaf. And I'll just top myself up as well while I'm at it. Still haven't figured out where he's got to go, but he should be in pristine condition. In fact, if I show repair, loaf, yeah, he is fully fit to go. He just doesn't look like it. Probably didn't even need to do that. The task probably just says take him from here and drop him off there in whatever state you find him. You can't leave a loaf damaged and empty of fuel. That would just be unfair. A little bit of all-wheel drive just to speed things up. Need that anymore. This is such a good scout vehicle for getting about and doing these little side jobs of fixing things and refueling. And if you weren't already aware, I have mentioned it when I got him. If you haven't used him, he's also got the capabilities of the prototype exploration unit, so you can scan an area and open up the map. I was going to go that way, but the dawn's this way. That's the Azov to the left, or behind me as it is now. Go, go, go! Okay. Hey Dawn. You've seen better days as well. How much is all of it? 372. The large supplies has only got 80. Oh, we're going to use up pretty much everything off this Defender. I'm just wondering, is that the task? There's another task where I'm sure we've got to repair completely, refuel, retire, and also so repair tires and refuel a loaf somewhere. I'm thinking I'd rather do that. The Dawn's okay. You know what? We'll call it an episode here, guys, because the next part is obviously going to get these. See, I'll decide whether this guy gets fixed or not, unless you leave lots of comments deciding who gets the repair parts. No pressure on you to leave a comment. So, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Let's put my engine off, save that precious fuel. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. That should be appearing about there above my head. Press the bell icon so you know when the next video comes out. They're fairly regularly now. And hit the like button if you enjoyed the little episode. You'll see me again very soon. Bye for now.